Hey, what's going on, guys? Living Ichigo here, bringing you another review on Dragon Ball Super. And today's episode 80 we're reviewing. So, first of all, I just want to say this episode was another really good episode. I feel like they're doing a really good job with the Omniversal Tournament, or whatever they're calling it. I forgot what they're calling it now. But, the Tournament of the Gods. But anyways, today's episode, we're having Gohan versus the other wolf thing. Man, I forgot the name already. Lavender or something like that. Is that what he's fighting? Well, anyways, yeah. So Gohan's gonna fight this wolf guy, which we're gonna see. Is Gohan a fuckboy still? The answer is no. Gohan's not a fuckboy anymore. So I'm really happy with this episode. Interesting about the Lavenda, goddamn, whatever his name is, he does have a poisonous technique, which we're going to talk about momentarily. So the fight starts off with base Gohan fighting Lavenda, and they're kind of just going back and forth. Before he fights, Gohan's like, I can't sense his energy, so I probably should just, like, wait to see what he does. And Goku told him, nah, don't do that. Goku straight up just told him, just show him your strength. Show him your strength. Don't hold back. So he's like, Gohan's like, yeah, I won't hold back. So he's fighting base form though, so I guess he's still holding back. So Lavenda like spits like this poisonous cloud into his eyes and freaking blinds him that way. So Gohan's blinded, and Lavenda's kicking his ass, beating him back and forth, and Gohan's just like getting beat up. And I guess Gohan's just like, oh, screw this, and he's like, I need to like what happens is he heightened all his other senses, so then he can sense where the wolf guy's at without seeing them, which I really liked how they did that. Like, I'm really glad they went that route of using his senses instead of just being like regular Brawl. Gohan can't see, so he's gonna use his senses, his hearing, his just his senses, really. And he just counterattacks Lavenda. He's just, like, Lavenda's shocked that he's getting counterattacked. He's like, what the hell? You shouldn't be able to see me. You can't see me. And then, I guess, Gohan goes Super Saiyan. And he, what ends up happening is once he goes Super Saiyan because Lavenda starts flying. That's right. And Gohan's like, okay, I can't hear his footsteps anymore. So he's like, fuck this. He goes Super Saiyan. And the Omnikings are like, oh, yeah, they're so shiny. They're just like little kids. I love the Omnikings. They're just so funny. So they're like, oh my god, this is so awesome. So, anyways, everybody's like, what is that? It's like, oh, it's the Super Saiyan. So they're pretty impressed by it. So, Gohan ends up flying and beating the shit out of Lavenda. He's trying to shoot these energy waves, and Gohan's just blocking them and everything. The fighting is done very well in this episode. I really like that. The fighting is done very good. Pretty happy about how this episode's coming out. All these episodes, really, they've been coming out really good. So, Gohan's fucking beating up Lavenda, and they're like, why? You can't see me. And I guess Whis is saying, like, well, it's a good thing he used the Super Saiyan, but it's also a double-edged sword. But because he can use, like, the shine, he uses the Super Saiyan aura, I guess it bounces off the area, he can sense where Lavenda's at. But Gohan then just keels over, just, like, goes back to base form, he's in a lot of pain, because of the poison. And then they realize, oh shit, yeah, when he goes Super Saiyan, that kind of, like, makes his, like, body work harder because he's in the Super Saiyan state. Remember when Goku went in the Super Saiyan state when he was fighting Android 19 and it sped up the heart virus in his body faster? Same thing with this poison with Gohan. So, that's the double-edged sword Whis was talking about. So, Gohan's getting his ass beat, and Gohan just says, fuck it, goes Super Saiyan again, and then starts beating the hell out of Lavenda, and they're just going back and forth, and then I guess Gohan's like, Kamehameha! And Lavenda shoots his energy wave. And there's a beam struggle, but Gohan's getting, like, his body's getting covered in purple throughout the, like, near the end. Like, he's almost all fully covered in poison. He's, like, dying from it. And I guess he can't really keep up because he's poisoned. And then, bam, the energy, he loses the Kamehameha struggle. And he gets fucking blown off, and then Gohan just like fucking says, screw this, grabs Lavenda as fast as he can, and then just fucking flies up and flies down as hard as he can, and just does like a goddamn, they just hit the arena floor as hard as they can, and that fucking knocks out Lavenda. Essentially, he's like, ah, and then Gohan, he stands up. Gohan stands up after, and he's like, I won, and then he just falls over and fucking passes out. So I'm like, oh shit, Gohan won! I'm like, I can't believe I thought he was gonna lose his battle. But I didn't think that when I was watching the episode. I was really confident Gohan was gonna win that. And he did technically win, but I guess he passed out, and the Dao Shinkan was like, oh, both fighters can't continue fighting. It's a draw, or they both lose. Some shit like that, he said. So I was like, what? That blows, but I guess whatever. I mean, Goku's got to fight the next wolf guy. So the Dao Shinkan was saying he ends up telling all the other gods what's going to happen with this omniversal tournament, whatever it is. The Tournament of the Gods. Tournament of Power, that's what it is. Tournament of Power. So he tells them, so the losing universes will be destroyed. And everybody's like freaking out. Like, what? And he's like, well, the Omni King was so impressed with low-level fighters. He said he was so impressed with low-level fighters. But then he was saying something like, okay, Universe 7, which is Goku's universe, they're like universe's power is like a 3 point something, like a 3.6. And while Universe 9, he says they're the second weakest universe out of all the universes. I was like, what? That's kind of weird, but I guess overall, power-wise, I guess that's what it is. If you combine all the mortals' power levels and divide them, just the average power level is that. And he says, and then like Beerus like, what? He's pissed off. He's like, who's the weakest universe? And he's like, Dao Shinkan's like, well, isn't it obvious? The one you're fighting, Universe 9. So the Omni King knew to put the two weakest universes together to do an exhibition match. And he was pretty impressed by it. So that's an interesting note right there. So they did note there are 4 universes. I guess there's 4 universes excluded from the Omniversal tournament. For sure they said they're excluded from being destroyed because their power levels are over 7. Like, by their levels average are like 7 or above, like the whole universe. So it said they won't be destroyed. So I'm like, okay. So there's 4 universes probably not participating. So instead of a 12-man universe Omniversal tournament, it's now an 8 Universal tournament. So we're not going to see 4 universes fighting, I guess. That's strange. So, everybody's fucking shocked. Beerus is fucking yelling at Supreme Kai's like, why didn't you help the mortals power up more? And then the Supreme Kai's like, you were always sleeping! Like, yelling at Beerus, you're always sleeping, man. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And it's just, I like their bickering back and forth. It was just funny. Like, it was just funny. Like, god damn it. And, another thing I want to know. Isn't it funny if you think about it? Who's really at fault? Fucking Frieza who's really at fault for this low power level in the universe. Frieza wiped out all the Saiyans. He's wiped out so many alien races that probably had a competing power level. So the universe is weak by comparison. So, I don't know. I just want to note that who's really at fault? Is it Beerus or Supreme Kai? It's probably Frieza. Frieza just fucking killed all the Saiyans, genocided them. There's no powerful beings left. There's only a couple left in the universe. So that's just something interesting I do want to point out. So, the next battle is going to be Goku versus their leader. And in the next episode preview, Goku did say he was proud of Gohan. And, like, Gohan did fight cool. So I did like that. That was awesome. So next episode preview, Goku is going to be fighting the other wolf leader. And it looks like Goku is going to be Super Saiyan in that fight. And also that wolf looks like he's going to get giant. So it looks like another rematch of, like, another fight between, like, remember how, like, Giant Piccolo, when Goku fought him in the tournament? Looks like he's going to go on that route. So I'm pretty excited about that. So far, the tournament's been really good. The fights have been awesome. I like what I see. And, anyways, that's going to be it for the video. If you enjoyed that, be sure to give the video a like. Subscribe if you're new here. And let me know in the comment section below, what did you think about this episode? Gohan is awesome. I can't wait to see more of Gohan fighting. Really happy about what they're doing with Gohan. It's pretty cool. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next video. See you.